Mr. Chairman, distinguished participants, let me begin by bringing you warm greetings from the Ministry and thanking WITI for giving us this opportunity to be part of this program. And indeed, by extension, to Mrs. Alade. She called so many times, we want to put it on record. Before we could get to this position, I wasn't supposed to be here, but because of the passion I have for kids, I'm a mother too, I have to find time to just make it here today. Thank you very much, Mrs. Alade. By way of introduction, information communication technology today is sine qua non and fundamental to development, including child development. Consequently, parents, governments, education planners, and developers desire to introduce children to it early in their developmental stage in life. We all know that parents naturally reserve the responsibility for the initial development and upbringing of children. You have to take that responsibility yourself. It is therefore imperative that parents have good understanding of ICT and its importance or correlation to early child development. The bulk of our time today, this presentation will be centered on discussing the impact, the benefits of ICT to early child development, what we should know as parents, and what roles mothers can specifically play in their children's use of ICT. You have to know yourself before you can guide somebody. Now, when you say a child, who is a child? And who can you define, or what can you define an early child education to be? One variant for this topic, I decided to search the dictionary, and the Longhorn Dictionary describes a child as a young person from the time they are born until their age 14 or 15. While the Nigerian Child's Rights itself defines a child as one who is below the age of 18 years. But I want to urge us all, I think we are all children in this hall. Early childhood education or development concerns itself with all aspects of early life experiences. It ranges from early literacy development to the physical and emotional well-being of children. It's not just classroom. What children need to know about the unhealthy and stormy effects of modern life, especially now that lots of children increasingly spend most of their days outside their homes. I don't know what it is like here in Lagos, but in Abuja, you can stay in your house, your children, once they come back from school, they are upstairs. They don't have that privilege we had of playing outside or playing games outside. They are just indoors. Early child education helps to preserve and perfect the child's innocence and trust in the adult world, while also helping them to develop their interest and connection to the wider world. Research has shown that the experience and knowledge gained in the first 5 years of life have a tremendous and lasting effect on a child's life. Child development experts strongly believe in investing in the education of young children at this age. The return on investment of early education in preschool programs, they usually finish school and attend college or tertiary schools. It's debatable, but that is the truth. They tend to have few behavioral problems and are less prone to involve themselves with crime in their adolescent and young adult years. Benefits of ICT to early child development. You might begin to ask, how does ICT help us to further and advance the various benefits we have enumerated above? In other words, how can ICT support children's learning and development? Specifically, something positive usually happens to the performance of pupils who make high use of ICT. Some of us here in this room, you might have watched your kids use ICT, you know the difference. ICT generally motivates children to learn. Therefore, achieving positive impacts on learning and development using ICT depends to a large extent on how it is deployed and used. We know ICT is good, it's beneficial, but how are you using it? How is the child deploying this? For this discussion, we are going to center on 4 main types of technology tools. That is the mobile phone, the internet, the video games, and the television. When it comes to the mobile phones, it's an ICT gadget. It has become very widespread. We've had figures from the former NCC, EVC here. They were talking about millions of people using ICT in Nigeria, using mobile phones in Nigeria today. Apart from helping our children to communicate with friends, to share their thoughts and feelings, it helps parents to also monitor their children where they are at a particular moment. But that in itself can bring problems. We'll see later on. If you don't use this technology appropriately, inappropriate and excessive use of it, you need to teach your child. It's very useful. If you don't teach your child where to call the limits, he will leave, while he's in class, as he grows older, he will be receiving and making calls. We don't need that. We don't want that. Interference by friends and relatives, bullying risk from older members from school, and you need to think about the cost. The cost in terms of procuring one, and the cost in terms of maintaining it. You don't want to buy a phone for your son or your daughter, and then he doesn't have a recharge card, and any adult that comes around, he keeps on asking, uncle, sister, my recharge, you need to top up my phone, my recharge card is finished. We don't need that. I would like to just share with us a case study. What will be your reaction when your 10-year-old requests for a mobile phone? Do you respond by asking him because you know what your pocket is talking about? By retorting, I never promised you this. Or when I was your age, there was nothing like this. What should a parent know at this stage? The request for a mobile phone can be an opportunity to share some intimate lessons with your child. This is the time to teach your child that having convictions and being guided by them is the best way to get on with others without feeling inferior. What do I mean here? If you cannot afford it, explain to your child, I cannot afford this. What I can, I will do. In other words, buying the mobile phone will have to be justified, and not because others are having it. This will also help you to avoid underestimating your child, because you will talk to your child and he will tell you why he needs that mobile phone, not just because everybody is having it. And by doing that, you will understand you will understand your child, you will understand the values that he's placing on some of the things in life. Use this opportunity, parents, to hear your child out and create a conducive atmosphere for dialogue. You might be surprised. With this conversation, it will lead to something else. It will lead to something else. And you share those thoughts with your child. What do you do? It will be wise to ask ourselves what the mobile phone represents for a child of today. By trying to respond to some of the questions both of you will share. What will you use this mobile phone for? What will be the implications of its use? Why is he or she asking for one? Is it time to get him one, or will it be better to wait until he's more mature? The choices we make will depend on the answers to these questions. You need to have a justification for your child's request. It should not be because others are having it and so I must have it.